Hello and welcome to Dark Souls 2. I'm going to be using the Dark Souls lighting engine mod for this. Just personal preference. If you don't like it, go make your own Dark Souls 2 series. And also, because Dark Souls 1 proved to be slightly easier than I thought it was going to be, I'm going to do Soul Level 1. Yeah, my controller isn't working. Okay, I wasn't tabbed into the game. Good start. So the reason I thought Dark Souls 1 was going to be hard is because I haven't played it in a while, but it turned out to not be that difficult other than the DLC. Call of Duty Black Ops 6 also comes out next week on the 25th, and I was going to play it anyway, but I'll upload it if anybody's interested. So, Deprived, Bonfire, Ascetic, the usual stuff for Dark Souls 2. I don't know much about Dark Souls 2 Soul Level 1 other than it's supposed to be quite difficult compared to the normal game. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the dagger as our first weapon. It's not much, but I don't know our options, to be honest. So on top of this being a Soul Level 1 run, I have never actually done a Soul Level 1 run before in one of these games. The only weapon I know for certain that I can use at Soul Level 1 is the dagger. I also do know that this game has stat boosting gear. I just don't know any of it in specific. So I'm going to join the Way of Blue Covenant just for the ring. Also, I'm currently playing in offline mode because I was having some issues getting connected to the game server. I'm not really sure why. So we'll grab our first Estus Flash Shard. I know with Dark Souls 1, you get quite a few options for Soul Level 1 weapons just because of the Pyromancer class. So due to the nature of Dark Souls 2 having a ton of bosses, and me doing this Soul Level 1, I don't think I'm going to be able to get all of the episodes of this series out as quick as the Dark Souls 1 series. I will absolutely try to get the episodes out as frequently as the Dark Souls 1 series, but I cannot guarantee that I will be able to. And then definitely with Dark Souls 3 once I get there. So the good news, we've got 2 broken straight swords. So as of right now, I'm not entirely sure what I should be worried about, nor do I know what stat boosting gear to run, nor do I know what weapon to use. And it feels a bit weird, because generally, I just used whatever in all of my first playthroughs, and all of it eventually worked out. But I've got a really bad feeling about this one. I think I can use the axe if I two-hand it. Oh, I'm a fucking moron. Okay, so as it turns out, it's going to be extremely difficult to hit this crystal lizard for some reason. Okay, I'm not going to bother trying to kill that crystal lizard because it's just going to cause me a headache, and I'm not about to do that. There's 3 levels to playing games. Enjoying yourself, playing Dark Souls 2, and then there's playing Dark Souls 2 at Soul Level 1. And when you add a crystal lizard into the mix, playing Dark Souls 2 with Soul Level 1 is already the lowest tier, but it gets so much worse when you try to add crystal lizards into the mix. Infantry Axe. I have never seen this weapon before in my life. Mansion key acquired. Can I make that jump? Yes, actually I can. So I think I might use the axe for most of the game, since it does feel like a pretty good weapon. I've also never used it in this game in particular. So now there's a chance to take out the Pursuer right up here. You only get 1 shot at it. However, I'm not exactly going to have much better loot, and I'm not going to be any more leveled up by the time I get up to him. So I did buy the blacksmith key, and I should be able to get at least +1. And then I also go to the mansion key so I can go open that up. Also, there probably will be a lot more episodes of Dark Souls 2, just because of how many more bosses and areas there are, and the fact that I don't know them as well as Dark Souls 1's. And I didn't even know that just had 3 Titanite shards in it, but hey, that's good. And now another thing that I want to ask, and leave your answer in the comments, but should I be allowed to use summons for this? Because I'm personally not sure on whether I want to allow myself to or not. I'm not going to for the Forest Fallen Giants. That was so close. Alright, yeah, this is gonna be a really bad experience, I think. Can I beat Dark Souls 2 at SL1? No. After thinking about it for a little bit, I think I would be okay using summons. Although I want to get feedback on that first. Well, the last giant wasn't that bad. I will be spending my souls on bright bugs and life gems primarily. What I will allow myself to do, however, is use the ballistas. No. No, I will not be using the ballistas. I think I'm going to start counting my deaths per episode, as I feel like it is going to get really bad really quick. Well, with that absolute disaster of a fight, I'm going to leave it here. I know what I've gotten myself into, and it's not going to be a fun experience. Please like for the sake of my sanity. Maybe subscribe if you want to keep updated on my descent into madness by playing this game at Soul Level 1. I will see you all in the next one.